Right, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, going to be talking about grappling. So, obviously, we're going to be heading to Cardiff this weekend. It's going to be Grapple Kings 8. It's going to be at the Radisson Blue Hotel in Cardiff. Now, it's going to be the Team England versus Team Wales. Now, when we look at the lineups for both of these, we're talking about that some of the best grapplers from all over both countries are going to be on the card that night, up against each other. So obviously Neil Atkins and Ash Williams have put together two amazing teams. So we're definitely looking forward and buzzing to see what Saturday's going to bring. So now, ticket availability, anybody can still get tickets. Head over to the Grapple Kings Facebook page. It'll take you through Eventbrite and you'll be able to get your tickets directly through them. I believe they're £30 and £35, depending on where you're going to be sitting in the venue. And there is going to be pay-per-view on this as well, so it's going to be on Fight TV. And again, what we'll do is we'll give details of Fight TV at the end of this interview. Now, my next guest is going to be on the show, Jay Butler of Jay Butler Jiu Jitsu. Now, Jay Butler Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, should I say. So, Jay's absolutely awesome. I mean, I'd say everybody knows who Jay is. So as I said, been on Polaris, been on Grapple Fest. Do you know what I mean? He's been all over doing his thing, and absolutely one of the people's favourite people to see whenever he steps on the mat. And definitely one of my favourite people as well whenever he steps on. So I always love seeing Jay. Do you know what I mean? He brings a brilliant style, pressure. Do you know what I mean? Very, very technical as well. So it's going to be an awesome matchup between him and the wee man from Wales, Ben Robson. So, Jay, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy. Thanks again for obviously taking the time to speak to me.
It's a pleasure for me, man. Absolute pleasure. It's good to see you as well.
Yeah, you too, man. The last time we spoke, I think obviously you were on Grapple Fest, and obviously a lot's changed. since then. So, and a lot of great changes for you. Obviously, the new gym, Jay Butler, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So, again, have been able to see the progress, as everybody's seen, obviously through Facebook. Obviously, from you, when you took, you got the building and you were putting the mats in and building it up, and then obviously to what it is at the moment. And again, it's just the beginning, Jay.
Yeah. We, I've been blown away by all the support and the messages I've had from all the local grapplers and that, saying that you should have done it years ago and the place looks amazing. You always have expectations, but the way we're in that much, had so much success that we're actually taking on another side.
Yeah.
So we're going to be hopefully be progressing into MMA and Thai boxing stuff in this room to add on to the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu on the other side. It's been amazing, man, and I am eternally grateful. I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
The people that are like Connor,
yeah. But yeah, right. I mean, it's something that obviously you should have done. You could have done it years ago. But obviously, there's always, as you know, jiu-jitsu especially, it's a journey. Do you know what I mean? And there's always times where you do things, there's times where you don't do things. And obviously, you doing it when you did was obviously the right time for yourself. And it's always difficult. I mean, you've been around long enough to know it's always difficult starting. Do you know what I mean? A gym and building it up. But as I said, obviously you've been very successful so far, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Good journey.
Yes. And then what about you? So training-wise, then, so how's obviously yourself, your own training? We know that obviously you're obviously coaching the guys and getting them to an obviously great level, because obviously you've got some absolutely fantastic grapplers and killers at Jay Butler already. So. What about you? Your own training, your own stuff. How are you getting on with that?
Mate, it's even easier. It's better because I've got obviously guys around me like Connor, who's on grappling as well, and Tom, who I know you spoke to earlier on. He's training right now.
Yeah.
So I'm those boys are helping me out as well. They're coaches. It gives me more time to train. I spend every Thursday with David and Numas in North London. So I haven't stopped training myself. Even black belt means nothing if you're not learning still. So I always I've got a humongous competition team coming out of here now. So I'm not short of training partners at 70 kilos, 76 kilos. So I'm working for myself. I've got.
Yeah. So you're just breaking up there a little bit, Jay. So as I say, we managed to catch most of that, but obviously just breaking up a wee bit. Just so we want to hear everything you're telling us. We want to hear everything. So
in a nutshell, training is going better than ever. Like I've got more time to do it now. You know, I mean, I literally I haven't got to worry about another income or another job. It's literally I'm in the gym all day, every day. I'm either teaching. Like, I've got another friend of mine, Tom Baker, who's another really, really good black belt, covering the class for me. You know, talk to you, and I'm going to go jump in the class and learn from him, and all my. It's just it's just amazing. Too good to be true. I want just because I run the business, my name above the door. I'm still learning from my guys. I'm still training even harder. You know, I'll be 40 in February, and I still want to be able to fight these young guys and still keep my name up there. You know, I'll be happy.
Listen, you'll be around for years. You'll be competing for years to come. So, do you know what I mean? They'll have a pensioners Polaris. Do you know what I mean? And you'll be on it in 20 plus years. Do you know what I mean? So,
what would be nice, mate, is to actually finally fight someone my own age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know, I know on Saturday night that Ben is relentless. Obviously, I've fought him before. You know, I'm a little older. I know Ben. I've got nothing to respect.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be a fun fight again because we're just going to go non-stop for 10 minutes.
Yeah. We saw Ben. I think he was up at SGI. Obviously, brought up Team Wales, and Ben was awesome. I mean, Ben was. Germany he went toe to toe with Team England, almost himself. Do you know what I mean? So, and he did absolutely brilliant. So again, it's going to be brilliant to see. Obviously, I know what you're like. I absolutely love watching you because you've got again a style that I love to see. And obviously, the two of you together, it's going to be fireworks. It's going to be, as you said, non-stop for 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? So, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see. What about you then, Team England? So obviously, again. Team England, it was obvious you were going to be on Team England. Do you know what I mean? Because, listen, see when I sat there right, and I was thinking, right, who's going to be on Team England? And I come up with a list of a few names. And obviously I was like, Neil Atkins, so who's Neil going to pick? And obviously you were one of the guys, right? And I was hoping Owen was going to be on as well. Do you know what I mean? But I know Owen's got some other stuff going on at the moment, so... but you were one of the names that I was thinking, and then I was hoping my boy Tom was going to be on as well because I absolutely love watching Tom. So, and then I was like, well, listen, if Jay's on, then Tom's going to be somewhere, right? So Tom's going to be there as well because wherever Jay goes, Tom's right behind him. So,
rid of him, that's the problem.
So, how did you get the call up? How did you find out then you were going to be on?
I mean, not long after Neil messaged me and said, you know, we're putting together Team England versus Team Wales. Would you be interested? I said, dude, you know me that much or whatever. I mean, I'll fight whenever I enjoy it. He said, well, I think we've already potentially got you an opponent, Ben Robson. Interesting. Yeah, I said, fine. That's absolutely fine with me. I mean, I'm happy enough to fight Ben again. I know how good he is. I've got nothing to respect.
Yeah. And that's the thing about you. I mean, I know you want to be out there against the best. Do you know what I mean? So, and you again, you're one of these people, you don't really care who it is. Do you know what I mean? As long as, again, it's one of these things, Jiu Jitsu, as long as you turn up and there's an opponent there, then, do you know what I mean? And as long as it's a good opponent, then I said, I know you'll come and put on a show, regardless of who the opponent is.
Yeah. I don't get the people that turn down fights and stuff like, oh, man. I mean, I'm fighting. And then on Sunday night, I was supposed to be fighting Dom on another show.
I saw that, yeah.
I'm fighting both nights still. I'm fighting another guy on Sunday night. You know, it's just get yourself out there, do it. I mean, at the end of the day, look, win or lose, when I do stop, when I do file for that pension, at least I can turn around and say, I was a...
Yeah.
Whether it's win or lose, I stepped in there and fought them. That's something I've always, you know, been proud of myself for. Like, if it's, you know, if they turn around to me, I was even going to offer to fight Ash.
Yeah.
Neil stepped in. I would have fought Ben, and if they needed me, I would have gone back out and fought Ash. Because how could you even think about turning that down? It's Ash Williams, for God's sake. You know what I mean? To fight him again for the third time would be will be brilliant. But
yeah. Yeah, no, that's I said I love that about you, and actually you install that in your guys as well. Because obviously I speak to Tom regularly. Tom always messaging me back and forward on Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Do you know what I mean? So I always have good chats with him, and actually you instill that in your team as well. Where go out there, put on a show. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of who it is, outcomes and stuff like that. Go out and enjoy jiu-jitsu. Go out and enjoy grappling.
Promoters remember that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come up, someone pulls out on a big event like Grapple Fest or Polaris, Chris or Gareth, and I would think, hold on, Jay would probably step in and take that job. Problem solved. I mean, that was the same time when I fought Ben on Polaris. That was the same thing. I literally got the message 4 days before the fight. I said, do you want to fight Ben on Polaris? Yep, cool, sure. I'll see you on Saturday for Friday.
Yeah.
You should be ready to fight at any time, and you should take these opportunities.
No, definitely. What's next for you then? So obviously this Saturday, I know that the gym's growing. The gym's growing. It's going to get bigger. I'm expecting a year down the line, it's going to be absolutely massive, and not just a year, but months down the line, it's going to get massive. And yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm hoping it goes that way for you. So, which it definitely will do. Yeah, what's next for you, competing wise? What do you fancy seeing yourself doing?
I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm going to get this weekend out of the way because obviously I've got 2 fights in 2 days. But ideally, I would 100% like to get back in Grapple Fest. I love that show. That is Grapple Fest is without a doubt. It'd be nice to fight some of my own weight on Polaris. I mean, I've been offered after Ben, but everyone's like 80 odd kilos. I'm like a 70 kilo guy, so like I have someone. But I'll tell you what I would like to do: start doing a tournament, some all stars and stuff like that, and just see how many people I can fight and stuff.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot coming up. Obviously, grappling industry's got a lot of comps coming up. Yeah. Obviously, ADCC are going to be putting on comps all over Wales and England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Ireland as well. So hopefully, maybe see you out in a couple of them.
Oh, definitely. You know what I mean? I want to get out there and see, get to Ireland and visit Kieran as well. He keeps asking me. Nice to spend some time with training with him as well,
Yeah, definitely. And then, final thing for you then. So, obviously, again, you've been in the game a long time, right? So, again, we know over the years you've trained with some unbelievable people, but anybody you want to shout out to? So, friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything like that?
First of all, I'd like to shout out to my sponsor. My team, Tomo, Gareth, Jay, Connor, obviously my wife, Michaela. Without her, I probably wouldn't even be alive, let alone doing Jiu Jitsu. And my family, all the guys at the gym, and my coach, David. Where I am.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute pleasure. I'm buzzing to see you again on Saturday, Jay. As I said, I'll be down there commentating on the day, so obviously I've always got good words to say about you. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be the same on Saturday. I said the same to Tom. Obviously, I was interviewing Tom's opponent, and I said, yeah, you're up against my boy Tom. Do you know what I mean? So we had a good laugh and a joke about it, but again, it's all respect, it's all love. So, but yeah, buzzing to see you, and obviously Tom and the rest of the guys heading down on Saturday to Cardiff. So, or heading up for you. Heading up, not down, but heading up for you. So it would have been better if it was Southampton. Southampton's closer to you.
Yeah, we moved around so much, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think they were trying to get the right venue. I think they had Southampton. Obviously, that fell through. Then they had the other place in Newport. And then what they wanted to do was put it somewhere else that was a little bit better, more accessible for people. So obviously they ended up Cardiff. So, but listen, wherever it is, as long as there's some good grappling on show, listen, we'll go anywhere, buddy, anywhere at all. So, so there we go, guys. We're going to have Jay Butler. Jay Butler, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, is going to be up against the wee man from Wales, Ben Robson. It's going to be this Saturday, the 23rd of July. Now, again, as I said, ticket availability, head over to the Grapple Kings Facebook page. It'll take you through Eventbrite. Tickets, I believe, are £30 and £35. And then the pay-per-view, it's on Fight TV. The best option to go for, which I keep telling everybody, is probably the monthly direct debit. It's only £4 a month. And for that, you're going to get all the Grapple Kings live events. You're going to get the Grapple Fest live events as well. Normally they're $14.99, or they are $14.99. So for £4 a month, I mean, Jay's been around a while. Jay knows how much pay-per-views cost. So £4 a month is an absolute bargain for what you're going to get to see on Saturday night. So, listen, Jay, absolute pleasure, buddy. Thank you very much again. And listen, we'll see you Saturday night, buddy. All right.
Take care of yourself, man. I'll see you Saturday.
You too, brother. Thank you.
Bye.